Welcome to UIN Sunan Kalijaga Library Zoom and YouTube channel. My name is Ananda Putri and I am a LIS student of UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta. First of all, I would like to say thank you for all of the committee for this opportunity. It's an honor and precious chance for me to be your master of ceremony in this event. International Talks visiting International Librarian Part 9 on Wednesday, 15th of September 2021 with the topic LIS and MIL in Bangladesh. These international talks organized by UIN Sunan Kalijaga Library, SLA Asia, and Association of Islamic University Library. Of course, this event can be well organized by involving many parties. Therefore, we thank the sponsor and parties who have supported this event, including EBSCO host, I Group, and Taylor and Francis Group. This event is to provide a platform for exchange of knowledge and skill relevant with the global perspective. And this program will invite 12 well-known people from all over the world. They will share about their experience and best practice about what they do, so it will give an inspiration to other librarians. Ladies and gentlemen, over the next few hours, this meeting will provide the opportunities to discuss, share knowledge, and insight about LIS and MIL in Bangladesh. But before that, I would like to welcome Dr. Dillara Begum, who will be the speaker at our event today, and Mrs. Marwiyah as our moderator. The Honorable President of SLA Asian Community, Dr. Dibal Sikar, the Honorable Head Department of LIS Sunan Kalijaga Yogyakarta, Dr. Nudin Laugu, the Honorable Mrs. Labibah Zain, MLIS, Head of UIN Sunan Kalijaga Library and the President of APPTIS, and welcome to all of the participants of this international talks today. Before we go into the agenda, let's listen to the national anthem of Indonesia, UIN Sunan Kalijaga Hymn, and APPTIS Hymn. Please turn on the video.
Aktif membangun peradaban, budaya literasi bangsa, wadah partisipasi semua, perguruan tinggi Islam, tempat persatuan pembinaan, pengembangan perpustakaan, membantu menopang dunia, sivitas akademika. Ayo maju, aktif jiwaku, dengan kehormatan demi bangsaku. Ayo maju, aktif untuk negeri, literasi tercapai, makmur berbudi. Prestasi kita advokasi sebagai jembatan solusi, menyongsong derap informasi, aktif membangun negeri. Ayo maju, aktif jiwaku, dengan kehormatan demi bangsaku. Ayo maju, aktif untuk negeri, literasi tercapai, makmur berbudi, makmur berbudi.
Thank you so much, and let's move to the next agenda, that is speech as an opening remark. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nabi Hasan as a past president of SLA Asia. We are pleased Dr. Nabi Hasan to deliver the opening remark.
Thank you very much. Good morning and Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you very much webinar team for this really wonderful and very useful series and for giving me the opportunity for the welcome address. It's my proud privilege to be with all of you here this morning for this Visiting Librarians International Program, which is 9th in the series organized by UAE Sunan Kalijaga Library, Yogyakarta, Indonesia, in collaboration with SLA Asia, Association of Islamic University Library, and APPTIS. It's great to see Dr. Dillara Begum from East West University, Bangladesh, who is really a great international speaker. She used to come to India very frequently. It looks she is from us only. So her talk is going to be very interesting and we are going to enjoy it a lot. You all know that the library profession is passing through a very challenging phase, mainly due to different disruptive technologies, use of ICT. So until we start using these technologies in a fruitful manner, like a tool, not as a master, these technologies would continue to dominate the scenario. In this digital environment, there is a change in the role of libraries and librarians, and it is inevitable for our survival as well. Smart librarians are going to survive with smart services and with digital initiatives. The library and information profession and education is passing through a challenging phase in India as well. Although we have so many great library schools and we are making use of ICT as well, and I think there is a lot of employment in this profession in India as well. But I could see from last 1 decade, the people with the IT background are becoming more successful in this profession. Like many of the people, the engineers, like Bachelor of Technology or BTech guys, are now pursuing masters in library information sciences, and they are giving weightage as well in the jobs and in the teaching as well. So I think we need to update our knowledge and we have to provide services to our user as per requirements. And libraries are not just books. Okay, like businesses, digital libraries still need human staffing. Eliminating libraries would cut short an important process of cultural evolution. So libraries are stable while the web is transient. Libraries help in evaluations, metrics, rankings for every institute. And I think librarians or the professors of library science, they are the person who are helping the institute in their global ranking. They are the people who can help like how to evaluate different type of matrices and how to improve the visibility of the faculty and the institution. So although the profession is passing through a tough time, but I think we have a lot of opportunities as well. If we are ready to go out of box, I think we are going to survive and we are going to deliver better results. Like when we started our jobs, maybe 26 years back, our nature of duties were quite different. I think we are delivering different other type of services as well now. For example, some people used to say that whether the librarians will be required or not in future. I think you are going to a doctor, and before going to the doctor, you are, lot of tests are conducted like MRI or CT scan or like LFT, KFT, many tests are being done from different pathological labs or other scanning labs. But I think after getting reports from lab or from the MRI or from CT scan, you still cannot start treatment on your own. You still need to go to a doctor. Okay, so how these different type of reports are helping the doctor? On the basis of these reports, the doctor can evaluate you and prescribe the medicine or treatment. In the same way, you have information technology, you have people from information technology background. They are just should be used as a tool. They are not your masters. Okay, so they are basically assisting you in delivering better services. Not they can take over your jobs. Okay, so I think in India as well we have different type of courses. Lot of PhDs are being produced from India, and a lot of focus is on ICT based topics like people are using different matrices for evaluation of different type of data. So we need to keep ourselves updated. We need to learn a lot, and we have to deliver the services as per the requirement of the user. If the user cannot come to us, let's reach to the user. Like during pandemic, you have seen that librarians have been playing great role. Like you people who have been conducting this international webinar series. In the same way, at different other places as well, including India, we are trying to help the people to learn all the different aspects of knowledge by different means. So these are the librarians who are basically using, evolving, and exploring different type of ways and means to help the society, to help the people as how we can sustain in this difficult time as well. We are trying to provide out of box library and other services as well. So I think I would like to appreciate the people in this university who have taken the initiative for such these international webinars, and I think their webinars are very popular. All the seats are filled sometime in few initial minutes as well. So with this, I would like to say thank you to the organizers, Labiba, Marwiyah, and Ragil, all the friends who are here, for giving me this opportunity to associate myself with this program. And I'm looking forward for the lecture of Dr. Dillara. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nabi Hasan, for your speech. Before we continue to the next agenda, I will give you an information for all the participants that want to get an e-certificate. Please fill in the attendance form and take a note that the registration key is 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 1. Once again, the registration key is 5, 6, 7, 1, 1, 1. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was only the beginning. And now we come to our main program that will be led by our moderator, Mrs. Marwiyah. She is a faculty staff at Library and Information Science Department, UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta, Indonesia. Mrs. Marwiyah graduated as a Bachelor Library and Information Science in University of Indonesia, Jakarta. And she also graduated as MLIS in School of Library and Information Studies in McGill University of Canada. She has a lot of experience as the head of study program of Library and Information Science Department in 2008 until 2012 and 2014 until 2016. And then she is also as a consultant team of Sunan Kalijaga Library in 2012 until present. And she also has experience as a secretary of LIS Lecturers Association of Islamic Higher Education in 2018 until 2019. Mrs. Marwiyah also has a lot of experience in international conference. There are ICO-ASL 2013 in Philippines, IB Asia Pacific 2013 in Bali, Indonesia, ICO-SL 2015 in Seoul, Korea, ICRL 2018 in Jaipur, India, ICO-ASL 2019 in New Delhi, India, and the newest is Special Library Association 2021 conference in USA. She also has a research interest. There are inclusive library, information literacy, information seeking behavior, information retrieval, and children's literature and reading habit development. And these are her research in the last 3 years. First, circular analysis in 2020. Second, an exploration on the characteristic of library science curricula at universities under Indonesia Islamic Higher Education based on IFLA. And the last is social inclusion for older people through library service. Okay, Mrs. Marwiyah, please handle the session and the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ananda. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to International Talk, Visiting International Librarians, Part 9, organized by UIN Sunan Kalijaga Library, SLA ASEAN Chapter, and Association of Islamic University Library, or APPTIS. It's an honor for me to be here as a moderator in this great session. So thank you for this opportunity. And as mentioned by Master of Ceremony, that the topic of the talk today is LIS and media and information literacy in Bangladesh. This is very interesting and crucial topic, primarily if related to current condition where we live in pandemic era. And as we know that during pandemic COVID-19, we have to deal with abundance of information both on the web and social media. On maybe every day we receive various information shared through a WhatsApp group, and sometimes that information is useful for us, but often this information is also just fake news or hoax. So what happened right now is that we not only have to deal with a pandemic, epidemic, but also we have to deal with infodemic. So having skill to identify, use, and share the right information is a must, primarily for us, for library and information professional. And today we are lucky to have an expert in media information literacy who will present her paper entitled Media and Information Literacy Responsibilities of LIS Professional. So welcome to Dillara Begum. But before our resource person delivers her presentation, let me introduce a bit about Dr. Dillara. Dr. Dillara Begum is the Associate Professor and Chairperson in the Department of Information Studies and Library Management at East West University. She has completed her bachelor and master degree in library and information science from University of Dhaka, Bangladesh, and PhD in information literacy from Punjab University, India. She is currently acting as the information coordinator in Asia and Oceania section and standing committee member in management and marketing section at International Federation of Library Association and Institution, or IFA. She is also acting as General Secretary, the ONISA. Sadly, she also played a significant role such as a country coordinator of information literacy consortium sponsored by UNESCO, standing committee member of ASIO from 2013 until now, and then elected senior vice president and women affairs secretary of Library Association of Bangladesh from 2009 to 2014. She is considered as one of the pioneers of digital library project in Bangladesh. Her research interests information management, digital library, information literacy, open access, and others. And for academic works, Dr. Dillara Begum has published many works in international journal and also book chapter, conference, and seminar, research report, and poster publication. I will read two titles. The first is Online Information Literacy Training for Users During COVID-19 Pandemic, a case study of East West University Library, Dhaka, Bangladesh, published in Journal of Knowledge and Communication Management. And also a book chapter, Information Literacy and Digital Literacy Public Sector Employees of Bangladesh, a competence-based integrated framework for providing quality services, published by Woodless in 2020. There are many works from Dr. Dillara, but we don't have time to read them all. And I'm sure that all participants can't wait to hear the presentation. So I think it's time for Dr. Dillara to present her paper. I'll give you 25 minutes, Dr. Dillara, to present your paper. And for participants, you can write your question in the chat room at Zoom or YouTube. And I will read the question after presentation. Okay, Dr. Dillara, time is yours. Unmute, please.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to everyone. those who are viewing today. A special thanks to the organizing committee and the UN Sunan Kalijaga University, then the authority who has actually involved with this very special webinar, and my respected faculty members is over here. I can and Nabi Hasan is also over here. So thank you very much for inviting me. I feel honored. So I have shared my PPTs. I think it's visible. So the topic I would like to share with you, the title of my presentation is Media Information Literacy, Responsibilities for LIS Professionals. So this is, I'm going to talk about the situation, what we're doing in Bangladesh. So in my presentation, actually, I will emphasize on the activities of media information literacy, what we're doing in Bangladesh, and what are the role of LIS professionals in pursuing that media information literacy from informal to non-formal initiatives. And you wanted to do something, so there are a lot of difficulties. So how we can overcome that kind of difficulties, and what are the difficulties we are facing over here? Let me talk about Bangladesh. It's a South Asian country, and the population is 166.5 million. It's according to Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics as of 1st July 2019. And literacy rate of Bangladesh is 7.8%. And for the people aged 15 and above, and according to these statistics, we have found that 0.77% increase from 2018, and that literacy rate I have taken, that was the latest version of Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics in 2019. So what is the internet penetration in Bangladesh? If you think about the statistics, the total number of mobile subscribers has reached 171.854 million. And the total number of internet subscribers has reached more than 112 million at the end of January 2021. And it's day by day, it's increasing internet penetration. And according to data portal report, it is also found that there were 45 million social media users in Bangladesh in January 2021. And that in 2020, it was only 36 million in social media users. So day by day, it's increasing. So the number of increase is 9 million within a year. So this is a huge changes in using social media, especially in Bangladesh. I think due to this COVID-19 situation, actually, the users rate is high. It's like around 25% high than before. And day by day, it's increasing. So what are we doing in Bangladesh? Like our government trying our level best to do something best for this in this country. And the motto of government is to make this Bangladesh digitalized. And the slogan is Digital Bangladesh. So in front of this slogan, they are doing a lot of activities in our country. And they have extraordinary development in the field of horticulture, well-being, training, innovation, and empowerment of the women. So these are the significant, the development in our country. And Bangladesh government also, they have incorporated National Education Policy 2010. And they also realize the importance of lifelong learning. So this is also a very good thing. The government is working towards lifelong learning. And the idea of lifelong learning is framed by media information literacy. Actually, we think that the media information literacy is an effective weapon for all educational level. So that's why we are a little bit, in a good shape. So because we start working with media information literacy from the policy maker. So what are the things we are facing right now? We are talking about the COVID-19 or pandemic, but do you think about the infodemic? Because we are suffering from the diseases. Not only the disease, we're also suffering from the infodemic. What is the infodemic? It's the massive amount of information from different sources we're getting. And through that, when we describe the infodemic, the Director General of World Health, he has described like this: we are not just fighting an epidemic, we're fighting an infodemic, and that spreads faster and more easily than this virus. So this is a very serious matter we are careful about the COVID-19 virus, but we have to, serious about the infodemic, how we can avoid this situation, how we can find the authentic information from the authentic sources. And the infodemic is a mixture with the accurate and inaccurate information. So that's why it's like infodemic. Info mean information. If from the epidemic, it's come demic. So infodemic altogether. When you talk about the massive, people are going to the internet due to this COVID-19 situation. They are getting all the information from the website, from the internet, from the different sources, which is available in the online. And one of the study I have gone through and found that study is done by the Stanford History Education Group, that is in Stanford University, of 7,000 college, middle and high school students, found that fewer than 20% of the middle school students were even able to distinguish between sponsored content and the real news story. So this is very alarming. Only 20% of the students, they knows what is sponsored content and what is the real story. And another study is taken by Governance, International Governance Innovation in 2018 and 19. They also found that 80% of those surveyed admitted of being misled by misinformation or fake news online. 80%, it's a huge, ratio is huge. And the biggest source of misinformation, according to this survey, that was Facebook. So this is very alarming. So that's why when we share something, because we are all associated with the social media, and we are getting information from social media, from our friends, from our colleagues, from our colleagues, and some of the other people where we are related to. So that's why when we share anything, we have to think before you clicking. We have to think before you sharing. Whatever you're sharing, you have to know what kind of information that is, whether it is a false information, whether it is a mistrust information. So many things we have to think before you sharing that information, because when you share some information to other colleagues or other friends, then what will happen? The people will share that information to other people. So when you share, so you have to be serious, because so many things can be happen through this sharing. So many things can be spread, even this COVID-19 situation, because people are panic. We are actually, when a lockdown situation is going on in Bangladesh, so we are suffering a lot. And our classes and everything we are doing from home only. The online activities is over there. So we are actually depend on online. What are the information available in the online? So we have to think before sharing any kind of information. So the problem, I talk about the infodemic, I also talk about what are the problems we're going through. People, students are not understanding what they can do, what kind of information they are looking for. They don't, identify that which one the authentic information, which is not authentic information. So what is the solution? The solution can be the becoming information and media literate person. So if we are becoming media information literate person, then we can easily identify which one is the authentic information, which is not, which source is reliable, which is not. So this is very, very important to being a media information literate. So in that purpose, actually, there is a institutions in Bangladesh. It's called South Asian Center for Media in Development. They actually did one survey in 2018, and they found that most secondary school students use mobile phones and have access to social media, and about 55% of them use Facebook, their medium of getting any news. See, so this is a huge portion of the population. They are getting the information from the Facebook. And this survey also recommended to integrate media information literacy in the school curriculum. In Bangladesh, actually, in school curriculum, even in the university curriculum, we don't have media information courses directly, not in every university. Like in my university, we are providing 4 years degree in information studies and library management. We incorporate this information literacy course, but we have to think about not in our department only. We have to think about it should be start from the school level. We have to think about in other departments, because being a media information literate, you will be the right person to find out the right information from the media. So that's why it's not only for, surrounded with this department. It can be spread out through the country in the school level, college level, and in other department of the university. So as Dr. Nabi said, that we have to sustain in this situation. The sustainability is very important because the nature of the user is changing. The seeking behavior of information seeking behavior is also changing due to this pandemic situation, and especially for pandemic situation. People are not, coming to us because of physical existence not there. Libraries, most of the libraries closed in our country, but we have to reach them, because libraries of 21st century are known as a social engagement, because we know library is a place for collaboration. Library is a place for civic engagement, and the place for research and activities, and also place for integrate physical and virtual information for everyone. So this is the LIS professionals and MIL are very closely related. Being a LIS professional, library information professionals, we have to incorporate with this scale. We have to gather this scale, media information literacy. LIS professionals are working very hard to cope with these situations, because it's our job to do something to the society, because we are working as a change agent to create new ideas, to build relationship, and we also deliver sustained community engagement. So the role of librarian are changing. We have to think about the technology. We have to think about what kind of technology are available to incorporate, to integrate in your library service. And that service people can reach that service from their home. They don't need to come to the library. So technology is one of the best area to reach people quickly. And as you know, the librarian or information professionals, they are not only librarian. They actually working as a facilitator. They are educator. They can advocate and consult to the, you can do consult with other students. So it's a very important, being in LIS professionals. I know many students are over there. So they're the future leader in this sector. So they have to think that what will be their role being a librarian? What will be their role being a LIS professional? What will be their role being a faculty members? So this is a very, very important thing. They have to start working on this. They have to gain that skill. What are the responsibilities being LIS professionals? There are many, but access to research and information data is very important. We are the person, we have give this access, what are the research is going on, what kind of information people are looking for, and the data, we have to provide them to the society. We have to provide them, our respective readers. We have to provide this to the faculty members. And of course, the public access to ICT support, what kind of support they are looking for. So in that case, actually, skills and resources actually help us to do this kind of activities, to achieve this universal literacy, I can say. So this is like media information literacy is not a thing that you can gain it in a week, in a year. It's a lifelong learning. You have to earn it. This is a skill, you have to earn it day by day. If you think about because I have mentioned my outline of paper is, it's like what we are doing in Bangladesh. So what kind of initiative we already taken and what we would like to take in future. So I'll talk about some of the initiatives regarding media information literacy that being implemented by LIS professionals in Bangladesh, and what we can do in future also. These are some of the examples. What is especially not in media information literacy. We also work on digital information literacy, health information literacy, and so on. In Bangladesh, LIS professionals are trying their level best to do something better in this specific area, such as we organize international workshop on information literacy that is organized by independent university, that is one of the private university in Bangladesh, that was in 2009. And that workshop was sponsored by the IFLA. Then in CSB, there is another organization that is Center for Information Studies. They do a lot of works in this sector, especially in information literacy and media literacy. They organized some of the training program in Bangladesh, especially not in Dhaka, outside the Dhaka, sometimes in Dhaka and some centers outside of the Dhaka. In 2010, they organized 2 days training workshop. And 2010 also, Isros University, they organized 2 days international workshop on information literacy. And that is sponsored by International Network for the Availability of Scientific Publications. And some other program, like in 2010, there is a seminar on media information literacy that was jointly organized by Isros University and the Russia University. In our university, we have it's like only few universities they have this course, like library information science courses in Dhaka, Rajshahi, and Noakhali. And that is the second largest university in Bangladesh, the public university, which is in Rajshahi. It's called University of Rajshahi. So jointly we organized one of the international seminar, media information literacy in 2010. And later on in 2011, and we got some fund from the IFLA, and we organized from Isros University, that is on especially on health information literacy. That is actually divided into 3 phases. First phases we have done in 2011, second 2 phases in 2012 only. And these 3 phases actually is sponsored by IFLA. In that workshop, the LIS professionals of not only from Bangladesh, it's from the South Asian country, they come to Bangladesh and they attended this international workshop. And that is really appreciated by the LIS professionals in Bangladesh and the South Asia. The report is also available in the IFLA website. The Department of Information Studies and Library Management. I work as a chairperson of this department, and I'm also acting librarian of Isros University. So that department actually, started its journey in 2016 only. It's like 5 years back only. And when they started this journey in this academic area, they tried their level best to do something in work on media information sector. And we think that this is a very special area. So we need to give the lessons to the students, those who are involved with this department. We do organize as Global Information Media and Literacy Week in every year. We started this observing or celebrating this Media Information Literacy Week during last couple of years. I think we started in 2017. So every year we do, celebrate with the UNESCO office in Bangladesh. It's Global Media Information Literacy Week. And we're also planning to do it in the next month in October. And last year we also, celebrated, though this is in online because of this COVID-19 situation. And this time we are also planning to do this online. And this is a week-long program. We do a lot of activities. We try to involve with other students, not only our departmental students. We try to let them know what is media information literacy, how you can be literate. So in that, celebration, actually, we involve, we have a lot of activities, like we did essay competition, quiz competition, hands-on training on some of the media literacy workshop, then rally, then even the seminars. The seminars, we invited some of the peoples from expert in this sector. They come to, like, UNESCO. Last time, the country coordinator of the UNESCO Bangladesh office, she came here, Dr. Khaldan, she came over here as a chief guest. So this kind of activities we are doing, we have taken the initiatives. And we also do some of the, seminars and workshops ongoing from this department. We actually, in our department, we think that collaboration networking is a very important thing. So if you do some of the activities with other institutions, so we can do better. Because sometimes you need some policy makers to understand who we are, what kind of activities we are doing in Bangladesh, and what are the problems being LIS professionals we are facing in Bangladesh. And so that's why in 2019 and as well in 2021, we organized media information. We organized a conference that is on that is not on, especially on media literacy, but that is on international conference on knowledge management. And we invited the experts from the LIS, experts from the worldwide, globally. Dr. Labiba Jain is also over here in Bangladesh. So that was a great get together, and it's a knowledge platform where we can learn from each other. And that is collaborated with Bangladesh Public Administration Training Center. So they are the policymakers in Bangladesh. So at least they can know, being an information specialist, being information professionals, what we are doing in our sector. And that is heavily appreciated by the government of Bangladesh also. And it's in connection with this, we also organize the second IA came in this year only, but it's in a virtual mode. But that was a quite success, because in that virtual mode, we also invited the global experts, and global experts are attended online only. As I mentioned that we are facing problem, we don't know from where we can find out the right information for the right people. We don't know how to evaluate the sources, especially in this COVID-19 situation. We are actually facing lots of problems. So in Vistos University Library, they have actually incorporate is one web corner in the website, the especially website for how you can evaluate the sources, especially in this COVID-19 situation. We put some of the links over there because, in this area, like, we have to know what is misinformation, what is disinformation, and what kind of information we can find out from which sources. Some of the reputed, organizations, they are working on this. We try to put their URL over there. We know IFLA is working a lot in this area, especially how to spot the fake news in this COVID-19 situation. So there is an infographic presentation of IFLA is also available. We try to gather that information from different sources and put it together over here in the Isrowiyanti University Library website. So in that case, the users of the Isrowiyanti University Library, users of the faculty members, they can aware how to evaluate the news, especially in this COVID-19 situation. There is another organization. I am actively involved with this organization. This is called Bangladesh Institute for Information Literacy and Sustainable Development, BILS. I'm working as a general secretary over there. And we are trying to, emphasis on the training, especially for the youth. We think youth are the future leader. So we need to train them. If we give them proper training, they will become information or media literate in future. So in that sense, we actually organize many workshops and seminars, not in Dhaka only, also some of the other city of the Bangladesh. Like you can see one of the pictures that is in Borguna, that is not in capital city of Bangladesh, and there the respective government officials is over there. So that is especially for information literacy workshop for the youth. That is held on 2020 only. Later on, we organized that is in Sylhet also, and some other cities of Dhaka, cities of Bangladesh. Rather than this, the United Nations Information Center, Dhaka office, they do work on this, like especially on information literacy. Some of the activities, especially, they are jointly work with CISB, Center for Information Studies in Bangladesh. So they are working together and try to do something in media information literacy. So this is a very unique initiative taken by the United Nations Information Center. So being an information specialist, I have been involved with this profession during last 20 years. And I have a lot of experience. I work as a librarian, and I am a full-time faculty member during Luxembourg. And previously I was a part-time faculty member. So there's a LIS professional's dilemma that do we really believe ourselves when we say librarians are the facilitator, educator, advocate, and consultant? So this is a very, this question has come from in my my point is, so whether we believe on this, because we are saying that we are librarian. We are saying that we work as change agent. We are saying that we are the best in finding the right information from the right sources. And of course, now we librarians are working as a facilitator. But do we ourselves believe on this? Yes, we are the facilitator. We are the educator. We can work as a change agent. We can do the advocacy better than other people. So these are the things comes into my mind. So in that case, what I would say? So I would say the world, basically the people of the whole world, they want us to provide leadership. They want to provide leadership, like we are the leader in the research community, in the academic community. But do we ourselves want? So being an information specialist, so we are ready for this, whether we want to do this or not. Because, when you do something in anything in the world, there are a lot of activities. There are a lot of barriers that will come in front of you. This is the, way, because nothing is smooth in the world. You have to do it. You have to face some of the difficulties, and you have to solve the difficulties. You have to compromise it. You have to find out the way how you can do it better within these limitations. So there are some difficulties, of course. The budget or funding is very important. If you want to do some workshop, you want to do some seminars, programs. So in that case, especially on media information literacy, you need some budget. So in educate budget or fund, if it is not available, educate budget is not available. So in that case, we may face problems to organize this kind of activities in our department or in our country. And of course, as I mentioned before, the curriculum is very important. If we blended this course in the curriculum starting from the schools level, then people will be aware of this media information literacy, and later on they will become a expert in media information literate. And in our country, still now we don't have incorporate the media literacy curriculum, media literacy course in the curriculum of the school level. Few of the universities, they are trying to develop this, but not in the school level. So this is also a difficult situation in Bangladesh, because we don't know how to solve this, because we need some policymakers. But it's a good thing in education policy. They have already, the government has already emphasis on media information activities in Bangladesh. So we need to solve that problem, and we need a leader, because leader will actually lead us. Leader will actually help us to do this kind of activities, not only in our country, in every country. And that leaders will actually design infrastructure for MIL for every university. So the lack of leaders is over here in Bangladesh. So we need more leaders who can lead us, who can lead this sector, who can lead this LIS professionals. Because this proper knowledge, and if you know the how to disseminate the information in a proper way, so in that case we need some specialist, and that specialist is a librarian. And in that case, I think technology can play a vital role, because technology can help us to this kind of to gain this kind of activities very easily. So that's why we have to think about how we can consider this LI and MIL curriculum in our every sector of our institution, not only the institutions and other libraries also. From the library, we can also organize some of the activities in media information literacy. Like in our country, in East Coast University, what we are doing, actually we are providing, now it's online, but previously that was in offline. So that is, actually there is a course we are providing from in a library that is called information literacy course for everyone. It's mandatory for every students of East Coast University. They have to go through these courses. Without attending this course, they are not eligible to get the library resources from the library. So this is mandatory for every student, not for only this department. And department itself, there is a course. We have a semester-wise, course where providing over here. So there is a course, 4-month course on information literacy, but not under that information literacy. Actually, we're teaching media information literacy, but not directly media information literacy. So overall, the pictures of Bangladesh, I have tried to give it to you, the few things, what we're doing, what kind of initiative we have taken. But for my opinion, then we have, being an information specialist, being a librarian, being an expert of this field, actually we have to practice the 21st century skills. This is very important for us to sustain in this sector, to do something better in this sector. And if you think about the 21st century skills, but basically there is no single set of skills are not recommended. There are hundreds have been suggested. So, but we have to know what are the skills. How can we do better in our sector? So the skill will not, that skill is not only the academic skill, but CGP. We have to think about the soft skills. It's also important. So some of the practices, 21st century skills, I have put it over there. I have divided like this. I have taken from the help of this, one of the articles, the Saveda and Opier. And in that article, I found that these skills are very important. So I have divided like this: life skills, workforce skill, applied skill, and interpersonal skill. So when you talk about life skill, what is life skill? Life skills is agility, flexibility, and adaptability. So you have to be flexible to do something better. You have to be, you have to adapt new technologies, new ideas, new knowledge, because everything is growing and new knowledge is coming up. So we have to know what is going on in our field. And workforce skill means collaboration, leadership, initiative, and responsibility. Like in the morning, we are talking about the collaboration. Collaboration is very important. Through the collaboration, we can do better. Maybe I have some of that. I have expert in some of the areas, and some other institution they have expertise in some other areas. So if we collaborate, then we can share our knowledge. We can share our expertise. We can take some leadership initiative and responsibility. If we do in a way, then we can do better. And applied skills also available. Applied skills means try to access accessing and analyzing the information, evaluating the information. In a effective communication is also important. You have to determine how to solve that problem, how to communicate clearly, and if any problems is coming in front of you, how you can solve that problem, what are the solutions, how we can minimize. Maybe we cannot solve all the problems, but how we can minimize, how we can work together. Interpersonal skills is also very important. That is cooperation and teamwork. Like we know in a library, it's a teamwork. In our LIS profession, we need teamwork, not only in your library. We need teamwork within your country and globally also. So these are the practices of 21st century skills. These are very, very important. I think this is the end of my presentation. I tried my level best to give the brief about brief information about Media Information Initiative, which is taken in Bangladesh, and what we are doing and what we wanted to do. Like as I mentioned, we are planning to do more programs, workshop with collaboration with international organization, especially on media information literacy sector. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me. I think if you have any question, I'll be happy to answer any queries. Thank you very much. Thank you again for inviting me. This very special event, especially webinar. Though it's in not physical mode, but still in virtual mode, we can see each other, we can talk, we can share our knowledge. I think this is a very great platform. Webinar can reach more people globally. Thank you so much. I'll be happy to answer if you have any queries.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dillara. It's very interesting. It's very comprehensive presentations. And because I also teach information literacy, so I learned hear from you, Dr. Dillara. It's like it's a lecture, so it's beneficial for myself. Okay, we have so far 2 questions for you. because we have participants from not only from Indonesia but also from other countries, like what I see is from India and also from Pakistan, and but also mostly from Indonesia. Okay, I will. You can also read the question. The first question is from Rohyati. Dr. Dillara, here in Indonesia, we receive a lot of information relating COVID medication through WhatsApp water group. Once someone get infected, he will receive a lot of information about how to cure from COVID. It is difficult to decide which one is valid. How is in balance? Can you give us the tip to find valid information relating to COVID medication? So that's question, Dr. Dillara.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Rochati, for this very important questions. In our country, we are also facing this kind of problems. We don't know if you're infected and how we can, cure or how we can solve that problem. But from our library, what we are doing, actually, we have a very special corner we have created as a web page in our website. So if you go to that website, so you can easily know that what you can do in this, especially in the COVID-19 situation, what are the important phone numbers, where to contact the health, from where you can get the health services, and who are the right people to consult with this, situation. And some of the link also over there, like in our country, we have a health ministry. They have a they have developed a app that is called Surakha app. Through that app, you can even register yourself for vaccination purpose, and there is a the emergency number also. If you face anything, then you can call them. That they will suggest you what to do, what to go ahead, how to go ahead with the. So that is a very important initiative taken by the Isrowiyanti University. So they put that all the information in the website for their faculty member, for their students. Thank you.
Okay, it's very interesting, Tiara, because when maybe we or maybe one of our family are infected by COVID, and then we will receive many information about COVID, and something we're so confused about this information and panic just to think clearly. So what we should do. So this is what happened in our society. So it's like remind us that how important media and information literacy is. Maybe before COVID pandemic, we don't really care much about this MIL skill, but now it's very crucial. Okay, I think for the first question is enough, and then we move to the second question from Sagufta Parvin. This is a question from YouTube. How can a librarian play a major role to increase country information rate? Can a librarian do something innovative in this?
Shigufta Parvin, actually, she was asking about the major role in increase the country information rate. What does it mean, country information rate? I'm not clear. Of course, being a librarian, we have a different roles. We are the information expert. We are the people. We can provide the right information for the right people, because we know from where we can find the right information. So I'm not sure about what she's saying. They increase the country information rate. What does it mean? I'm not clear. But if you find any difficulties, I think the librarian is the right person to consult with. It's like Dr. Nabi Hasan is saying that if you feel sick, you have to go to the doctor. Doctor will the right person to find out your disease. So you will go through some tests like MRI or some CT scan. So saying this, like if you face any problem, you come to the librarian. You come to the information specialists. They are the people. They can play a vital role to give you the right information. And if you give this right information to everyone, the people will be benefited. So they are the right person. So in that case, of course, I don't know, the country will be benefited. The other professions and the community will be benefited. Of course, the librarian can do something in this sector.
Okay, I hope it's helpful. The third question is from Triono. I'm confusing the term of disinformation and misinformation, malinformation. Which one is considered as fake news or false?
Right. That's a very good question. Yes. So basically, misinformation that is actually refers to the false information that is spread intended to mislead. If you wanted to mislead something, it's a fake information. You can say false information. That is called misinformation. So misinformation is actually fake information, and that is spread intent to mislead something, mislead someone, or mislead the country. And the disinformation basically the difference between mis and this, that is, disinformation is deliberately misleading, or you can say biased information, or you can say manipulated information. So misinformation is only false information intended to spread, but disinformation is basically, it's a biased information or manipulated information that is not true, but they are trying to build some information over there and manipulate that information and provide to the society. So this is the difference between the misinformation and disinformation. So I think it's we have a clear idea about this misinformation, disinformation. And I think she also know about malinformation, right? So in that case, I wanted to say malinformation, basically this is refers to, basically you can say this is based on reality, but used to conflict the harm for the person or organization. So there is some information, negative information, okay? So, but it is the, that information is based on reality. But if you send it information to the institution or organization, that may be the harmful for that person, may be harmful for the organization. So that's why it's called malinformation. That is based on reality, but used to in fact harm on a person or the society or a country. So that is also, we have to be careful of this. So that's why those come from the original sources, but that can be harmful for the society. So now maybe I have tried to give the clear idea what is this and malinformation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dillara. That's a good explanation, because sometimes we're so confused with many terms and similar terms. So what's the difference between those terms? Okay, we still have other questions. So the next question is from Abdul Rashid Rida. This is from YouTube. Discussing about sponsor content in your perspective, do sponsored content of information is less, especially information about the pandemic? Then how should we as a librarian respond?
Discussing about sponsor content, is your perspective means to do, okay, sponsored content means there are many people, they pay for to publish this kind of information because of their betterment, because of their advertisement. So maybe that is not the true information, maybe not the right information. So we have to find out whether that information is sponsored information, whether it is from the right information. So you have to find out the authentic and the sponsors. So that's why being a librarian, we have some, we have some ability to easily identify which is sponsored content and which is from the right information from the right person. Even there are many softwares are available. We call this tracker, information tracker. So tracker also can help you to find out the right information for you people. So we are the right person to identify. Being a librarian, we can easily identify which is sponsored content, and we have to respond accordingly. We have to let them know, other people. So don't believe on that information. This content is not the authentic information. This is the sponsored content. So that's why we are the right person to solve this kind of problem. Of course, we can respond. We can respond in this society. We can respond to the individuals. We can publish, like we have published a web corner. So that web corner also help the people to identify whether it is the right information or not.
Okay, and then the next question is from Faisal Zakia. Sometimes family is nearest community that give us false information and share ad hoc information in WhatsApp group. They share from one group to other group with wrong information shared. How can we stop this hoax or false information, which is had shared in many groups and read by many other people? This is always happen, I think.
Thank you, Faita Jakia. It's a very nice question. When we talk about who is the responsible for this, I can say everyone. Like being a user of the Facebook, being a user of the WhatsApp, this is my responsibility. I have to know about the information in depth. Then if you think this is the reliable information, if you think this is the right information, so in that case, you can share it to your friends, you can share it to your faculty members, your community. So before sharing, you have to click it, you have to read it, you have to try to find out whether that is from the authentic source or not. And you have to be educated. Education will help you to know about from where you can find the right information. Like if I talk about what is the literacy rate of Bangladesh, I have to know the Bureau of Statistics is a wing. They are responsible for giving the rate of information literacy rate, percentage of the information literacy. So I have to try to find out that information from the Bureau of Statistics, not from other sources. So like if encyclopedia, the reference books is the right way to find out the right information. We have to know this is the right, pure reference book give you the right information. So these are the thing we need to educate ourselves. This is our own responsibility. This is our own duty. Like in our country, previously when I was a student of Dhaka University, we have only one TV channel, but now it's more than 20 TV channels in Bangladesh, and the printed paper is more than 20. So how we can, and every paper, every channels, they are providing different news. But being information literate, I can easily evaluate that information. Try to find out the information from different sources, and you have to evaluate. You have to, earn that, ability. You have to earn that skill to evaluate, to analyze that information. Which one is the right? Which one is the right? So wrong. So that's why this is your own responsibility to educate yourself. And if you face any problem, go to the librarian, go talk to the library people, talk to the information professionals. They are the right people to solve this kind of problem. So when you see any information, don't share it. Or if somebody is doing, maybe some of your friend is doing this kind of activities, try to stop them. Try to let them know. Don't share it before you read it. Please read it very carefully, then share it. Maybe it's very harmful. As I mentioned, we are worried about COVID-19 situation, but we have to worry about infodemic. That infodemic can kill us. The misinformation can kill us also, not only the virus. So this is our duty to educate ourselves, to try to gain this skill and disseminate this kind of information among your colleague, your students, and the faculty members and the community. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Dillara. It's very interesting because it's happened to me maybe in the beginning of COVID. I received a share about the COVID, and I know that this hoax. This the information is completely wrong. And then I asked my friends to share this information. So, where do you find this information? And she said, I don't know. I just share. So I said, so you have to think that it's not right. It's dangerous for people if they just follow the information you share. And then she said that it's your responsibility to forward this information. I said, no, it's our responsibility to forward this information. So just stop it. Don't share to other groups. But I'm not sure that he's understood. So defensive when I said that. So I think I agree with you that maybe we can educate from ourselves and then our students and our family to just give they understand that we have to be very careful with information from social media, because sometimes the information is it's look like good. It's like, okay, this is right, especially when we're so panic when maybe our one of our family has infected by COVID. So we're so panic, so we just check any information from information shared in the group. So that's very dangerous. So I think this is our homework. I think.
One thing, trust yourself. Don't trust other people, because
Yeah, that's
maybe
the point.
maybe sometimes they share information. Like one of my very good maybe I have a very good relationship with my colleague. They share one of the article or one of the news in the Facebook. Don't share it blindly. Before sharing, please read it again and again. If you think this is the trustworthy, if you think this is the right information, authentic information, then you share it. Otherwise, just delete it. Don't think this is your very special friend, she sent it or he sent it, so you can share it easily. Don't trust anyone. Trust yourself. You are the main judge. You try to find out which information is the right information, which is not. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. And I think for us, for library information professional, this is our job. So we need to very critical about what we information we receive. Maybe sometimes it takes time to understand what the information about. But yes, this is what we should do to stop false information shared for our people. Okay, I think there's no more questions. Or maybe all of you, Pula people, you want to ask question, or Pak Nurdin? Or maybe our colleagues from LIS department, it's not only from UIN Yogyakarta, but also from other UINs. I see there are some participants from LIS department. We still have a few minutes. Pula people, you want to say something?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Pak Nurdin.
Okay,
go ahead.
Time to ask questions. First, I going to say this presentation is very inspiring. I think it is very useful for us, for participants, especially for us here in these LIS programs. So maybe my question is about your LIS departments programs in terms of this media and information literacy. Is there any special treatment for the students, or it could be through the course designed to promote this media and information literacy, or what is maybe many kinds of program that designs to make this kind of issue understood by many people, by public, especially for the students. That is my question, Dr. Dillara.
Yes, as I understand the question, so as I mentioned before, we have 133 credits we have to complete in our department to be a graduate from information studies and library management. So this is the bachelor degree we are providing. So in 123 credits, we have a 3-credit course that is on information literacy, and the duration of this course is 4 months. So every student, those who are enrolled themselves over here in this department, they have to go through this course. They have to take it, the 3 credits course. So it's not a practical, the theory-based course, but rather than the, so we don't have any, media information literacy courses, but in information literacy courses, we blended this media information literacy and other literacy, like digital literacy, financial literacy, cultural literacy, health literacy. So we combined all kind of literacy over there. But rather than this, we have a very special arrangement for the students in our university to make them media literate. And I'm working in this area during last couple of years. And, the UNESCO is also very hard in this sector, and they already made a curriculum, especially for the school students. That is a draft version is available in the online. and for the teachers also, media literacy curriculum for the teachers, the UNESCO. In their website, you can find a lot of activities are available. If you wanted to make them media literate, make them the student to be a media literate. So we try to get some of the the knowledge gathered from the UNESCO website and incorporate that idea in our department. Like last time, before pandemic, I have seen a lot of game-based activities are available in UNESCO website. And that game-based activities especially for the students who wanted to be media literate, or that game-based activities will help you to become a media literate. So I try to gather that game and incorporate in our workshop and organize some of the workshop. I think 2 workshops I organized based on that game. I think this is a very interactive platform in UNESCO, and try to blend at this platform in our university. Even we are actually always think about the interactive learning platform, not only the giving the lectures. We are using many softwares like Kahoot for interactive learning. So through Kahoot, there is a very special software for conducting online classes, online courses, online quizzes. So through that Kahoot, we also organize this kind of activities, which is related to media literacy. So I think this is a very good idea. You can go to the UNESCO website, or I can share some of my ideas how we can incorporate that game-based media literacy and learning. So I think this is very interesting. So people can easily, because now people, they don't want to listen. They don't like the lectures. They need something else that should be in an interactive way, in an enjoyable environment. We have to create it. Otherwise, maybe the student will be sleeping. I don't know what they're doing, because sometimes they switch off their camera. Even though it's difficult to identify what they're doing. So game-based learning is very important. So media literacy, game-based learning is available. So we can go for this. We can help the student, not only for this department. You can. We are planning to organize this kind of activities throughout the university for other department students also, because that skill is not needed for our student only. This skill, this is needed for everyone, every citizen of the country. So that's why we are the people. We can lead them. We can help them to be media literate. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Dr. Dillara. The point, I think it's also important that the millennial society now, I mean, the people now is what is attracted to short actions, yeah. Because the characteristic of social media is promoting short read, like a tweet. So the people now is tending to what is it could be to say a pragmatism, yeah, pragmatism, because they don't want to read long writings, because it will be very bored. So and also implement in what you say a variety of games that attracting them. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Dillara.
Thank you, Nuruddin.
Okay, thank you for the question, Pak Nurdin. I'm sure that participants still have questions, but unfortunately, the time is very limited, so I have to end this question and answer session. Thank you, Dr. Dillara, for these great presentations. It will be very useful for us to know that we have a great issue on media and literacy, media and information literacy, not only for we are as a professional, LIS professional, but also as individual, as personal. It's very important to have that knowledge. So I hope that this presentation will inspiring us to promote more MIL, and also to raise awareness for people to understand how important MIL this for us. And I think that's enough for me. And once again, thank you, Dr. Dillara, for your sharing knowledge and experience from Bangladesh, and I've learned a lot from this presentation. And for participants, I say thank you for joining this session. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for inviting me. I feel honored. Special thanks to Labiba Jain. Dr. Nabi Hasan is, we are very close. And when I go to India, I easily, met over there. But due to pandemic, I'm not, I'm at home only. So hopefully in future we'll meet again. And respected faculty members and my friends, thank you for listening to me. Oh, I look forward to so we can work together. We can collaborate with. If you need any collaboration from my side, I'll be happy. And in the meantime, I will share the game-based learning with you. Like, some of the activities is available. I will share the URL of that activities. You may implement in your country or with your students also. These are very interactive, very, very good. It's available in the UNESCO website, or even you can find it from there. So again, thank you so much. Take care, stay well. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Marwiyah, for handle that session. And also thank you for our speaker, Dr. Dillara Begum, for sharing the informative and interesting talk about LIS and MIL in Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, we invite Mrs. Isrowiyanti as a librarian of UIN Sunan Kalijaga to deliver the vote of thanks. Mrs. Isrowiyanti, please, the time is yours. so much, Mrs. Isrowiyanti, and also for all the participants here. Thank you so much for joining this event. Stay safe and always be happy wherever you are, because it will give a positive impact in our body. And I do apologize for my mistake in presenting this event. Thanks for your kind attention, and I hope this event can give us new information and knowledge that can be applied in our life. And don't forget, next month we will have International Talks Part 10 with the topic Reading Interest Movements for Kids, with Resma Dangol as a speaker from SAARC, Nepal. Okay, everyone, before we end this meeting, let's take some pictures together and make sure your camera is on. Don't forget to give your best smile for this unforgettable moment. Okay, I will start with the slide 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, slide 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, slide 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the last slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining this event. Have a nice day. I'm Ananda Dwi Putri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you also for Agi, sign language interpreter.
Thank you. It was a wonderful program. Thank you, Dillara.
Thank you, Dr. Nabi Hasan, Dr. Dillara, Dr. Nurdin, Marwiyah, Ibu Marwiyah. Thank you so much. And also for my team, yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah, especially this young girl did a good job, Ananda.
Oh yeah, this is our LIS student. She is on the 5th semester right now. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Dr. Nabi.
Take care.
Thank you, Dr. Dillara.
Dr. Dilara.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr.
Bye.
Dr. Nuruddin.
Yeah. Thank you.
Keep in touch. Keep in touch.
Okay, keep in touch. I will send you later soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Inshallah. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you for all the participants, Pak Eko, Pak Bu Tuti. Terima kasih, Ibu Bapak Kori, Wahyudin, Ibu Marcelinus, Bapak Marcelinus from Flores ya Pak. Marcelinus, Bapak Marcelinus, thank you so much. Ibu Suryani, Ibu Dr. Suryani from Riau.
Terima kasih Bu Ketua.
Tapi sembunyi itu di balik
They hiding behind the screen. Okay, thank you so much, Ibu Risti Wangun, Ibu Bapak Yoga, Ibu Mustikawati. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Thank you.
Sukses selalu Bu Kepala.
Terima kasih Bu Suryani. Let me leave. Thank you.